10 years into the Marine Reserves project, I'm excited about how far we've come, and I'm excited where our program is going to go. We have the building blocks in place to start learning about resilience.
Oregon's marine reserves prohibit the taking of any living thing as well as ocean development.
They're for conservation of biodiversity, they're to focus on research that's relevant to other nearshore management, and they're places that are supposed to focus on communities. They're living laboratories, so to speak, where we can go and learn more about the different communities, their change over time. We also get to learn about the human communities and how they use and rely on these natural resources.
I use marine reserves as if they're the weather stations of the sea. I go out and we deploy instruments that continue to measure changes in ocean conditions, be it the ocean currents, the salinity, the temperature, or the amount of oxygen in it, even when we're not there. And every summer we go out, we deploy the sensors, we download the data, and we bring them back just to see, what's happening this year. Are our changes bigger or smaller than we expected?
Oregon has 5 marine reserves down its coast.
I was fortunate enough to work with the great people that helped create this Redfish Rocks Marine Reserve off of Port Orford. Right behind us at Redfish Rocks, we have one of the best fish incubators in the ocean in Southwest Oregon.
The one that I work in the most, it's the Cape Perpetua Marine Reserve. It has the longest record of ocean oxygen conditions of any marine reserve on the West Coast and probably nationally.
As we move further north up to the Otter Rock Marine Reserve, this is our shallowest marine reserve site. And so it means it's actually a really great place to find intertidal diversity of algae and seagrasses. It's our most accessible site, so that means it's great for exploring tide pools. If we move further up to the Cascade Head Marine Reserve, we're learning in some of our ecological studies that subtidal sea stars have different responses to sea star wasting disease.
The Cape Falcon Marine Reserve is incredibly special. It's the northernmost of Oregon's 5 marine reserves. And one thing that makes it unique is it's actually in the Columbia River plume, which is a ginormous river with a lot of effect both on the land and ocean of Oregon. And there's a lot of wildlife interactions between the ocean and that Columbia River estuary. The other amazing thing about Cape Falcon Marine Reserve is its land-sea connection. It's adjacent to Oswald West State Park, and it's also adjacent to 2 new conservation areas totaling 5,000 acres just to the south.
Before the Marine Reserves program, we had these different snapshots of different projects that happened in different places up and down the coast that were very specialized about a particular topic. And the Marine Reserves program has been able to help us get a bigger picture, not just what's happening in that snapshot of time, but really what's happening through the years and with multiple components of the ecosystem to help us build this better picture of what's happening in our nearshore oceans, what resources are there, what's the normal change that we see, and what's different, what's cause for alarm, and what can we do about it.
We're also realizing that the system of marine reserves that we have off the Oregon coast, we didn't put all of our eggs in the same basket. Some are to the north, some are to the south, and they coincide with different neighborhoods where the ocean conditions are different. So some are going to be more at risk from future climate change, and others might actually be refuges that we can rely on. When a system is protected, we give it a chance. We give it a chance to be more resilient, to grow that ability to rebound from changes that might be a marine heat wave or a low oxygen event.
Redfish Rocks in particular is a really special marine reserve to me because so many diverse community members came together to make this happen and then to also make it really great for the community.
One of my favorite things to do in the Cape Falcon Marine Reserve is experience it with my 6-year-old son. Having this conservation area really adds to its beauty and its story. So we really enjoy tide pooling and boogie boarding and just running through the waves. And every time we experience the Cape Falcon Marine Reserve, the beach and the nearshore ocean, we're learning together about our ocean. Oregon's marine reserves really give us a connection to our ocean in a way that we've never had before.
It's just been a wonderful opportunity to work with all the great people and the stakeholders in creating this marine reserve, and we got this fish incubator for all of our fishers to enjoy for generations to come.